Students, the library is now open. Please maintain silence at all.
Dito sa Silid Baklatan, silence is not encouraged dahil oras na para sa baklaan at chikahan.
The study session for Let the Sparks Fly, a study of Philippine queer representation in Sparks Camp, is now open. Pecs at the back, take your seats and turn to page 69.
Ayun, welcome to Silid Baklatan. I am your tutor, Frances.
And I'm the cutie Leo. So excited for the topic today, Frances.
So Leo, ginawa mo ba yung homework mo? Napanood mo na ba yung Sparks Camp?
Yes, kasi syempre this is the first queer dating reality show sa Pilipinas and I just have to see the gays fight it out.
For the Bex na hindi pa nakakapagbasa, Sparks Camp is a dating show directed by Theodore Boborol and produced by Black Sheep Productions. And the show is set in an outdoor camp wherein the contestants, 10 boys, face a series of challenges to find the one whom they share a spark with. Pero bago yung lahat, Leo, syempre dapat muna natin malaman kung ano nga ba yung history ng dating show genre dito sa atin.
Dito sa Pinas, parang pinaka nagdadala talaga ng kilig dito sa atin ay yung love teams. Syempre, kilala natin yung big T na Katniel, Jaydeen, Lizke. And bukod sa kanila, alam mo yung nabubuo ring love teams mula sa PBB, diba? Sila Kim Ariel, tas yung mga kamsami, na melason. Yeah. So, parang, I guess in some ways, PBB looked a lot like a dating show to me kasi because of the pairings they make.
Actually, Leo, may point ka. Kasi sa PBB, parang nakuha nila halos lahat ng dating tropes friends to lovers, enemies to lovers. Anyway, Leo, I'm pretty sure na alam mong PBB didn't originate sa Pilipinas, no?
Yes, I know that PBB came from like yung Big Brother franchise sa West.
Pero yon, going back to the topic of the dating show genre, hindi nga talaga ganong karami ang dating shows dito sa atin. Because the last one that aired na, by the book definition na, as in a romance reality show that involves seemingly unscripted programming, thank you Britannica, was over a decade ago pa.
With research.
Yung Take Me Out ng GMA na hinost ni JR. And galing siya sa ibang bansa, sa Taken Out ng Australia. Tapos, isa pa, hindi siya exactly yung traditional dating show na naiisip natin na may matchmaking. I think somehow, applicable din yung kay Tia Deli na radio show. Kasi, yung programs katulad ng Love Advice show ni Tia Deli, dun parang nagmula yung konsepto ng dating show dito sa Pilipinas. At nag-lead to Filipinos being more open to conversations about relationships in public. Dati kasi, hindi talaga part ng kultura ng mga Pinoy yung pag-air out ng issues in public. Mainly due to yung value nga of hiya dito sa kultura natin. Pero kung mapapansin mo, slowly over time, mas nag-warm up na yung media.
Alam mo, parang dun nga kasi nagdojo yung pagkamarites natin eh, 'di ba? Na we don't like putting out dirty laundry, pero tayo mahilig tayong nakikinig sa mga ganito.
Marites.
'Di ba?
Pero for me, kasi parang napansin ko na karamihan sa shows dito sa atin ay Western-inspired pero Filipinized. Gamit yung pantayong pananaw. They were written and produced in a way na pasok sa panlasang Pinoy. Lalo na when it comes to themes and topics they discuss.
Alam mo, Frances, I really wanna thank you na I've learned more about the history of dating shows. Well, and I think because of that, it's time to talk more about yung latest one na we're featuring today, which is yung Sparks Camp. Kaya, alam mo, stalking, research. And I read in an article na sabi ng director of Sparks Camp himself, si Direk Theodore Boborol, na he actually took inspiration from Singles Inferno. Lalo ba ite?
Correct. Direct Theodore Boborol indeed shared na yung Singles Inferno nga yung parang nagsilbing main inspo niya for Sparks Camp. Though, ayun nga lang, taking into account na yung ginamit ng inspiration ay Singles Inferno, mapapansin kasi natin yung show na yun, it's a heteronormative dating show. As in, like, babae-lalaki. Puro babae-lalaki yung pairs. When the team could have used queer dating shows as inspo, kasi queer dating show nga so bakit ginawa ninyo yung inspo? Yung heteronormative dating show. Other stuff pa. The casting dun sa Singles Inferno, very homogenized din. Lahat sila slim or fit bodies. Tapos kakaunti lang yung naiiba sa mold na ganun. So dun pa lang, may disconnect between Filipino queer culture.
Alam mo, based sa sinabi mo, I feel like dahil sa format of Sparks Camp na sumusunod sa Singles Inferno, na controlled setting siya, parang medyo nabawasan tuloy yung authenticity ng show na ipakita yung culture of Filipino queers.
Actually, yun din yung napansin ko kasi hindi nila masyadong napakita yung importance ng financial conditions dito sa Pilipinas. Alam mo naman, class struggle, religion, na nakaka-apekto din sa kultura ng mga bading dito sa atin. And since gumagamit siya ng format from a different culture, parang naging main goal tuloy na mag-appeal to international audiences.
Yeah, tas sa YouTube pa siya nakapost, di ba?
Tas turns out yung cast, encourage sila to speak in English kahit na hindi yun yung nakasanayan nila. Nagamitin ko si Pipoy from season 2 as an example.
Uy, yeah.
Siya kasi, mas sanay siya sa Bisaya since he came from Kidapawan. So that goes to show lang na mas priority yung international audiences rather than making the show for Filipinos talaga.
Tapos, yun nga, like you said, may issue sa casting. Na-homogenize yung social status and shoji ng mga napiling contestants, di ba?
Oo. Dadagdag lang ako ng chika. Yung issue kasi doon sa show ay karamihan ng cast were cisgender gay males. Kakaunti lang yung bisexual, non-binary, or iba pang soji. Tapos kung mapapansin mo, most of them were from middle to upper class. Kasi yung mga influencers, models, or kaya mahilig mag-party. Tapos, si Direk Theodore, minention niya sa isang thesis paper, similar study siya sa Sparks Camp, na yung hanap kasi talaga nila ay yung nag-fit sa BL Twink mold. Para pwedeng magamit for BL series. Ayun, wow, taray, may project na agad after Sparks Camp. Tapos, they also used influencers para lumaki yung reach ng show.
Yung show nga, puro party-party nga siya. Tapos, alam mo yun, parang, tapos yung ganitong culture na inuman, when to me, hindi naman ganun yung case for most Filipinos. Halos, isang type of queer lang yung naibigay nila. And, personally, doon na-enjoy ko yung drama. It doesn't feel like it represents me kasi I was like watching it from afar, ganun.
Diba, like, where are the lesbians? Like, as a lesbian myself, I didn't feel represented kasi I don't think it sits right with me na they market themselves as a queer dating show or LGBT plus dating show when in fact, isang letter lang naman dun sa acronym yung kinikater to nila. Like, where are the other letters of the acronym?
Where are the women, di ba? Where are my pretty fun people? They are sexuals. Walay na walay. And because of that, parang, yun nga, nagkaroon ng disconnect between me and the show na nag-reflect sa kwento ko, like, as a struggling pansexual or you, as a lesbian, diba? Since kakamihan pala dito is Borta or Burgis, then paano naman yung representation ng mga bading who make do with what they have? How will we feel seen sa mga ganitong show na hindi naman applicable sa conditions ng karamihan?
True. Pero about sa pagiging kanal, to be fair naman sa Sparks Camp napansin ko naman na may baklang kanal humor pa rin na present, lalo na from our Fruity FM queens.
So, it's not just all aircon pala.
Ate, beach nga paano nagka-aircon? Pero I noticed na while we can't disregard yung homogenized casting, marami rin namang instances na makikita mo yung mga nakaharing kultura ng queer Filipinos, lalo na yung pagpapahalaga nila sa families nila. Tapos during yung segments na mag-reveal, RuPaul, ng secrets ang campers, their experiences of loss at journey nila for acceptance sa sarili, sa pamilya at sa lipunan, yun talaga nabibuild connection. I like na napag-uusapan nila yung ganitong topics sa show since I connected with these the most and they're able to break yung cultural taboos sa Pinas kasi nakakapagbahagi sila about sa struggles nila, di lang sa pamilya pero maski about sa discrimination sa bansa, body shaming, and even sexual experiences. Parang nanonormalize kumbaga, mga bagay na hindi madalas pag-usapan sa hapagkainan.
Real. And actually, dun ko rin na-feel na represented ako kasi napag-usapan nila yun. So, parang mas nagkaroon ng connection rather than yung mga pag-games. While Sparks Camp was able to break barriers and challenge yung mga cultural taboos dito sa Pilipinas, may kakulangan dun sa efforts niya to fully unpack, diba? And represent what it means to be a queer Filipino.
And yung pinaka-structure and casting choices din nila made for international recognition At nakahinder to sa relatability niya sa ating mga Pilipino.
So, given that, na may kakulangan pa, it's a step towards representation. Pero hindi pa siya yung minamarket niya na ganun ka-loud and proud show na made by Filipinos for the entirety of Filipino queers and their culture. Hala! Time na pala! Oh, back to class na!
Salamat mga Bex for attending our study session today.
Kita-kits ulit sa mga susunod na lessons dito sa Silid Baklatan, ang safe space nyo for baklaan at chikahan. Session is now dismissed!
Bye!